Welcome back to Moviepreneur. Today I'm going to explain the movie Hidden Strike, released in July 2023. An Iraqi oil refinery owned by the Chinese company Unicorp is attacked by mercenaries led by Owen Paddock. The refinery is run by its operations manager, Professor Cheng, who has asked a private security company to lead the rescue operation for civilians at the refinery. Former Special Forces officer, Dragon Luo Feng leads a private security company to evacuate civilian employees and convoys to a safe green zone along the highway of death. Chen tells Feng that the mercenaries wanted to take control of the refinery, not destroy it. Cheng shuts down the refinery and leaves with Feng on a rescue team, together with her assistant, Luo Mai. Since Mai is Chen's estranged daughter, Feng answers Chen's phone calls. Meanwhile, former U.S. Marine Chris Van Horn needs money to repair a well in a rural village, so he has no choice but to join his mercenary brother Henry in attacking a convoy. Henry claims to be tracking down the person who attacked them years ago and caused the deaths of 5 of his companions. The village is out of water, and Chris needs $100,000 to bribe Unicorp, the company that controls the village's water supply. Owen is an intermediary between Chris and Unicorp, portraying Unicorp as Chris's main villain. As Feng leads the way with the first bus, he smashes 2 cars which had crossed and blocked the road, which triggered a detonation of explosives. Fortunately, Feng and his entourage drive past that point without any casualties and ignored a child begging for alms, which triggered Mai's emotion and confronted him. The mercenaries create a massive sandstorm and use it to cover their attacks. After the convoy repulses them and clears the sandstorm, Feng discovers that 2 of the 11 buses have been hijacked. Among them was Professor Cheng, who had the refinery's approval code. Feng takes the helicopter back and asks Mai to help him find the missing bus. Chris manages to evade the helicopter and escape with Chen into a desert canyon. Feng discovers the missing bus and realizes that 5 engineers, including Chen, have been taken hostage. Chris confronts Henry about the kidnapping, as he is not convinced that Chen is responsible for his companion's death. Chris wants to know who hired him and Henry. It turns out that Owen is the mastermind. Owen worked for Unicorp for 16 years, but he says he got nothing. Now is the time to get rich. Owen announces that he plans to restart the refinery and profit from the oil trade. Owen wants Chris to keep Feng away from Chen, and only then will he pay back the money he owes Chris and Henry. When Chris angrily leaves, Owen shoots Henry and signals his men to kill Henry's men, which they obliged. Henry dies in the process. They also mistakenly kill one of Unicorp's abducted engineers. Feng tracks down Chris as he travels through the desert into the village where Chris plays with a boy. Feng joins in the sport, but keeps his intentions secret. Chris leaves and enters into a building where he thinks Henry might have been waiting for him. To his surprise, he found Henry dead, together with Unicorp's abducted engineer. As he was weeping for his brother, Feng confronts him, which resulted in a fight between them. Chris believes that Feng shot Henry, and Feng believes that Chris killed his men. Chris and Feng join forces to fight off the French, who provide Chris and Henry with weapons and are hired by Owen to kill Chris. Feng learns of his intentions to accept the job and help the children of the village. Chris tells Feng that Owen is behind the kidnapping. After intimidating Professor Cheng into cooperating, Owen sends his men to search for his bag containing the code. Professor Cheng had forgotten his cell phone in his bag, and Owen had done the same. The bag was with Mai from the beginning, and Mai was with Chris and Feng. Meanwhile, in the village, Chris and Feng entertain the children. The children enjoy the company of Chris, Feng and his entourage and feel secure. Feng excuses the children and joins Chris in one of the buildings. They discuss important matters as Mai looks on. Just when they had finished the discussion, Mai, Feng, and Chris sense an invasion. As Mai evacuates the children to safety, Chris and Feng goes out to defend the village from the attack, which they realize are Owen's men. Chris confronts the men and decides to hand over Cheng's phone, which they had been tracking, only to realize they came there for only the bag. To protect the village, Chris gives the bag away and Owen's men left as they had promised. Mai tells Chris and Feng that the refinery plans to transport millions of barrels of oil products to the coast via a network of underground pipelines. This would be the largest oil heist in history. Chris and Feng set off to the refinery in a jet engine truck that Chris originally used to create desert sandstorms, and the whole inhabitants of the village bid them farewell and wish them luck. They get to the refinery, smash some blockades, and defeat some of Owen's men, thwarting his plan. Chris and Feng work together to rescue Cheng and his son from the refinery's control room. Owen flees the refinery with several trucks filled with gasoline. Mai and Chris give Owen and his remaining men a hot chase and get an accident which destroys their car. As Chris shows his disappointment, Feng approaches in the jet engine truck, picks Chris and Mai, and the three of them continue to give Owen a chase. They hit one of the tanks as the back, which causes the tank to explode and destroys the other tanks. Owen's driver, who is also his bodyguard, dies in the explosion. Owen drags him out and continues to flee, but runs out of luck as Feng pushes him down a cliff with the truck and dies in the process. Feng and his team then arrest the perpetrators of the oil robbery. Chris finally repairs the well, and due to his good heart and bravery, he receives an offer. That was all from the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more content like this and hit the like button to help us. Also leave a comment if you want us to do a recap of your favorite movie. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and stay passionate about movies.